Yo, it's Smoke, and this is gonna be What If Naruto was the Forgotten Fox, episode 3, I think. Yeah, 3. The author of this fanfic, his name is Titanfall 007. What else should I say? Like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into in Naruto's mindscape. Naruto opened his eyes to see his world dark around him. Naruto looked up at the Damn, I'm already fucking up. Naruto looked up to see a large golden cage. There was a shallow water that was on the ground. Naruto saw a giant shadow beginning to stir up in the darkness. A large crimson eye opened and it said, Naruto. So finally my container decided to come and say hi. The voice spoke, who are you? Naruto scratched that as Naruto scratched the top of his head. Well, he said as he scratched the top of his head. The giant fox turned towards Naruto as it seemed to get smaller and smaller. Then, the being stopped standing on all four as it began to stand on its hind legs. Naruto heard, is it still recording? Yes, sir. Wait, can I see? I fucked up. Damn, I forgot my position. Where's it at? Naruto heard bone creaks and cracks, and the fox form changed into more of a human form. Soon the light is shown on the figure is one of the prettiest girls Naruto has ever seen. She had a red/orange hair with her fox ears resting on her head. Naruto's eyes were still blood red with slits, but they seemed calm and warm and welcoming. She was wearing a red-orange flower kimono as her chest came out. Ooh, she got it. Naruto did a once over as she seemed to have curves, the statue for a fox. She had the 9 tail sprawling from her kimono. Whoa, hello Naruto-kun, it's finally nice to meet you. The woman's voice changed as it wasn't such a demonic and loud voice. Honestly, in the fox form, people would mistake me for a male. Clearly, he was a she. The way she spoke and looked, her hair came down to her little hips as she had whisker marks on the side of her cheek, just like Naruto. Who are you? You're so pretty. Naruto didn't know what to say. What? This startled the Nine Tails as she was shocked. She was blushing madly. The hell, this is just a kid, let alone knowing what a relationship is. The Nine Tails tried to calm herself back down. Anyways, Naruto-kun, I am Kurama. I am the nine-tailed demon fox. Kurama was waiting for the boy to cower in fear. The nine-tailed demon fox, is that your true form? Naruto asked. Yes, this is the one. The other one you saw was only my beast state. Is it still recording? Yes, sir. Just gotta make sure. Every 30 seconds. Yes, this is the one. The other one you saw is just my beast state. This is only my spirit animal form. However, this is my true form. Kurama said, a bit shocked. You're not as scary as most people say you are. You're rather pretty. I can't believe someone would call you a demon. Naruto scratched his head as he was in confusion. The hell? This brat isn't afraid of me, Kurama said, shocked as she was expecting him to scream in terror, trying to run away or escape. But this blonde boy, thought she was pretty. Kurama felt her heart skip a few beats. That shorty a cougar. She about 1,000 years old, flirting with her. Still having her heart skip a beat to a 6-7-year-old. That shit crazy. That's real crazy. This wonderful boy is treating her like a real woman. A woman who has never had another human think of her as pretty. Most people ever thought of trying to keep her inside, try not to allow the monster out of the cage. Which reminds me, Why is this place so dark and lonely? Like, there's hardly any light in here. It's really depressing. Naruto looked around as he didn't like the view. What if we changed into a mountain, a vast valley, a forest with animals, the sun, and a nice lake with the waterfall? Then a nice house you can live in. Naruto smiled. Then almost instantaneously, the entire scenery changed as Naruto. What changed? As it changed to what Naruto wanted it to be. Kurama saw the giant bars break down as they disappeared. The tree shot up. The mountain raised up raised up like an earthquake, making a new island. A house that appeared from out of nowhere. It was furnished. It was just about everything Naruto wanted. Naruto, thank you so much, Kurama said as she couldn't think of what happened. She just met Naruto and he's already done so much for her. However, all she did was cause him pain and suffering. Kurama wrapped her arms around Naruto as she hugged him. Naruto didn't argue it as he blushed as he stuffed his face into her chest. She got double. Oh. It's off the low-key funny. He said she got double D's. That's crazy. Naruto smiled. Not a problem. I don't want to be a rude host. Naruto smiled at her. And then Kurama smile turned into a frown. Naruto, how can you forgive me so easily? All I've caused you is pain. Those who beat you because of what I am. How do you not bear any hatred towards them? Kurama asked worriedly. I do not hate them, but I honestly couldn't care. I honestly could care less about them. I cannot, however, never forgive my parents. Naruto gave her back a cold stare. Hey Naruto, I know you may not have the greatest of terms with your parents, but be on the greatest of terms with your parents, but you think you could see me as a family member? Kurama had asked as she was worried. Of course, I'd be more than happy to call you a family member. I know you won't leave me, Kurama. Naruto gave her a hug, wrapping his arms around her waist. Kurama blushed as she let her new friend hug her, I guess. So now you need to know something, Naruto. You may not know it, but Naruto, you have the blood of the Senju blood. You have Senju blood running in your veins and Uchiha blood. Oh, yo, that's crazy. This man finna be so overpowered. That nigga said that would release in the Sharingan. That's crazy. Running through your veins. I know a man who was I know a man who was with Mito Uzumaki. She had a secret child who was a male. I know this because I was the one I would know this because I was sealed inside of her. The man who had her first child was Madara Uchiha. However, he died before the child could be born. Mito Uzumaki sealed the Uchiha blood. The seal lasted for a few generations and finally broke after he was born, Naruto. The Uchiha and Senju blood through their veins too. But it still was sealed. The last of the seal didn't reach you. I personally made that happen, as Kurama smiled. So does it mean I got the Sharingan? Is that what the thing is called? Naruto was trying to think. It was a possibility. Kurama tried to think as well. You can also you think you can remove the seal, the seal for Naruto? Sorry, Naruto, if I knew you didn't want me to kill the... Damn, I keep fumbling my words. This shit. Naruto, sorry, if I knew you didn't want to have me keep this seal on her, I would have done so. Sorry. Kurama gave Naruto a sad look. That's alright. You couldn't have known that we were friends. Naruto sighed. Naruto, it's time for you to wake up. Before you go, I will promise to share my chakra with you. The funny thing is, Minato thinks that he sealed the two tails inside of you. He actually sends the four tails inside of you, Kurama said as she smiled. Naruto widened his eyes as he said, how? Not that hard. I was close to the range that allowed me to send some of my chakra into you. I'm glad because your brother only has one tail, Naruto only has three tails, Kurama said as she giggled, as she remembers how she played the so-called Fuinjutsu master. Did they ever access the one tails mode? Naruto asked. Naruto did, but Nimba never did. Kurama giggled. Kurama, you're so mean, Naruto gave her a sly look. See you later, Naruto. By the way, don't let them know that you can talk to me. Oh, got it. Back into the real world. Naruto slowly feels his body. Let me see what time it is. 10 minutes already, God damn, what? That shit crazy. Naruto slowly felt his body as he started to stir. Wait, what? Naruto slowly feels his body as he started to stir. Naruto turned his head to the right as he could see Mikoto sleeping in her arms. Mikoto was asleep in the arms of Fugaku Uchiha, just to be right. What? Just to be his right as it were Sasuke Uchiha sleeping soundly next to Naruto. The sun gently laid on Sasuke's head as the sun made her hair glow. Naruto felt something stir up next to him as he found Naruto sleeping on his left side. In his bed, Naruto was hugging his left arm for dear life as he was trying to sleep. Naruto tried to recall everything that happened yesterday as Naruto realized that he could use wood release. Naruto knew he could do so much more. Naruto snaked his mom. Naruto snaked his arm out of Naruto's grasp. As he sat up in his bed, he felt a bit tired, but as he felt chakra being pushed through his body, he said, "Thanks, Kurama." Not a problem, the connections were cut when Mikoto awoke from her sleep. Naruto looked up as he smiled. Naruto, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Mikoto was checking Naruto's body. On the other side of the room, Kushina awoke hearing Mikoto's voice. Naruto was smiling at Mikoto as she brought him into a hug. Naruto, you saved Sasuke, you saved my baby girl. Thank you so much, Mikoto said with a few tears running down her face. Fugaku stood up as he wiped his sleepiness from her eyes. Naruto looked back at him with a smile. Naruto, you did a very good job in trying to protect Sasuke. You saved my daughter. I could never tell you how thankful I am for what you... Wait a minute. How did I just forget my spot so fast? He said, my daughter, I can never tell you how thankful I am for what you did. Fugaku gave him a warm smile. For Naruto, he was in heaven as he was giving the affection he longed for, the affection that he deserved. Sasuke woke up as soon as Naruto came from each side. Well, what? So did Naruto. Each side of... What? Sasuke woke up and so did Naruto from each side of Naruto. Soon realized the rest began to wake up Minato as he realized Kushina wasn't sleeping on his lap no more. Jiraiya and Tsunade awoke from their chair as well. Naruto sat up as he swung his leg over the scale of the hospital bed. Naruto, you're okay. You saved me from that terrible man. Thank you so much, Naruto. Sasuke cried as he pushed her face into Naruto's chest. Yes, I would do it for you again, Sasuke. As Naruto rubbed the back of Sasuke. Rubbed the back of Sasuke. Naruto, how are you doing? Naruto looked at her little brother. I'm great, Naruto. I'm happy that I can, that I can call you my big sisters. Naruto hugged both of them close into his chest. Naruto and Sasuke blushed. Whoa, that's incest. Oh, that really, I ain't even gonna think about it no more. Blessed as they felt Naruto's chest. With his training with Itachi and Chisuke, he started to get some defined muscles. Naruto let out a sigh as he heard and looked at, Wait, he turned his head to look at Minato and Kushina staring at him. Naruto, how did you do that? How did you use water release? I thought that was only Hashirama's ability. Minato asked, wondered. Hi, Naruto, how did you learn chakra control to even release it? Kushina asked wonderingly. When did you learn the Rasengan? Minato asked his son. Naruto's face grew colder, more agitated. Why should I tell you? Naruto stared at them with his cold eyes. Mikoto and Fugaku were even shocked at Naruto's action towards his parents. Naruto may be a kid, but he was highly intelligent. This cruel world forced him to grow up faster than most kids. Because we're your mom and dad, Kushina inched her way towards Naruto, reaching her arms out to hug him. Naruto said, stay away from me. You're not my mom or dad. So go to hell. Go to hell. So stay the hell away from me, Naruto growled at them. Sasuke and Naruto were shocked at Naruto's actions for a kid to be so hostile towards his own parents. Hiruzen walked in as he heard Naruto growling. At his parents' room, who was in the room, Kushina was halfway into the room with her arms reached out wide and watery eyes. What? Reached out with her wide, watery eyes. Naruto, I'm your mother. I gave birth to you. Kushina started to break down. Do you even know that you're meeting a family? A family doesn't have to be blood related. A family is a group of people who love each other unconditionally. A family who lives together as a household regardless of blood. They treat everyone as equal with love and affection. If you don't know that, then you're just too simple-minded. Naruto started to stare with even more colder eyes. The worst mistake you made is asking me about my abilities instead of asking me about my well-being. You should have asked how I was instead. Kushina and Minato were stunned by Naruto's words. How could a kid at his age be able to think so highly intelligently? He was smart enough to be able to watch and observe in the way he was. He was no longer a kid anymore. He lost his childhood and innocence long ago. They couldn't have been more right. Naruto turned towards Mikoto and Fugaku, Mom and Dad. Can we go home now, Naruto? Naruto, you want to come back and play with us? Naruto smiled at Naruto. Yes, it's been such a long time since we got to play together. Wait, this really is the first time in a long time since we got to play with each other. I mean, play together. Naruto smiled. The three... The three kids grew quiet when Kushina and Minato walked up to Mikoto and Fugaku. Mikoto, what the hell did you do to make what? What the hell did you do to my son? What ways did you make him turn on us? Kushina screamed at her best friend. Bro, I'm not doing that right now. What time is it? I still got time. Mikoto grew angry. I'm doing something that you should have did. You should have done when Naruto was still a little boy. Naruto had been trying to live such a hard and normal life. Naruto is still a child. I'm trying to help him hold on to that innocence because of what you did to me. What you and Minato did. Naruto has barely any of that left. Can't you see we're trying to make a better life from your son? Mikoto shouted. Naruto was my son, my flesh and blood. I carried him around for me for 9 months. Carried him around me for 9 months. He is my child. Kushina sneered back. He may be your son, but is he your family? Mikoto raised her eyebrow. Minato glanced at Mikoto and Fugaku. I'm going to take my son and daughter back home, whether you like it or not. I am the fourth Hokage, and he is my son. Minato stared back. Shut up and get the hell out of here, Naruto said. He stood up. Minato and Kushina were once again stunned at Naruto. Naruto's body began to leak some of the Kyuubi chakra as he turned his eyes red, black, and slid in the middle. You guys are no longer my family. You are not my parents. You never were. Get your sorry asses out of here. I don't want to see you again. Naruto Nissan has been the only family to me. She was the only one who truly cared for me. She did her best to love me, but you guys kept pulling us away. Even if you call that a good parent, I couldn't hold that with him. And I lost my spot because I closed my eyes. She did her best to love me, but she kept pulling us away. If you call that good parenting, if you call that good parenting, if you think then I think you're sadly mistaken. Where were you for my birthday party? For comedy's sake, it's my birthday, huh? When is my birthday, huh? Naruto began to control the Kaiba chakra, not letting it leak out too much. Kuchini and Minato could only stand his fear as a young child. Their youngest child hated them, despised them, and they didn't know what to do. Kuchini got in the start of it was November the 24th. Kuchini tried to get close to the mouth after Naruto. Tried to get it close to the month after Naruto, and then was ha 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 ha. Damn, I could have acted better. That's my joke right there. You feel me? You gotta be fucking kidding me. You can't remember my birthday. That's so pathetic. That's sad. That's so sad on so many levels. I can't even believe I called you guys Tucson car son. I don't think I've ever heard somebody say that. So I don't think I'm saying it wrong. But anyway, I was so fucking wrong to ever call you that. Naruto's fist was bleeding due to the immense anger that was coming out of him. Naruto and Sasuke hugged him. Naruto, as he relaxed his fist, calmed down. Sasuke hugged him and kissed him. Naruto hugged and kissed him on his cheek. Thank you, Sasuke. Naruto, damn, this really is finna be an incest, sort of. Damn. Naruto grew a bit jealous as that wasn't the time. Grew a bit jealous, but that wasn't the time for it right now. What? It's October the 10th, just like our birthdays. Naruto looked down at it. How could it be a month after? She would have to hold him for 9 months. So wouldn't it be like a year? Yeah, that's stupid. It's October the 10th, like our birthdays. Naruto looked down at her feet as she would, looked down at her feet as she gritted her teeth. Kuchini and Minato's eyes widened. How could they forget Naruto and Ninma were born on the same day? That doesn't make any sense. How could they forget the day their own child was born? There's no way that's possible. You guys we're so busy celebrating our birthday and training to remember Naruto's birthday. Mom and Dad, that's pathetic. Naruto stared as her hair began to hide her face. What? Naruto, please forgive us. We didn't know that you went through so much. And Kushina was crying and stuttering through her words. Please, this is all the pain I suffered. Naruto scoffed as his ex-parents, or what? Naruto scoffed at his ex-parents, or even if they deserved to be called his parents. What do you mean? Minato's eyes widening. It was plain out scared. He was so close to breaking out like Kushina was. When I went out some days, I would be left alone. One day I was chased out by the villagers I was hunting like some goddamn prize animal to be killed and skinned. And when you sealed the demon fox inside of me, apparently a villager saw a blonde baby with the whiskers on his cheeks. That's how they knew that I was the demon. I was saved by a certain Abu like Itachi. Like that, Itachi entered the room on one nail. Itachi rang through Minato's head. He saved me, took me in to the hospital. Naruto was the only one who visited me. I know she stayed that night as it said on the visitor sign. Nowhere did I see your name says some parents that you are. When I got back, you yelled at me for what? Being injured, hurt, and dying? I couldn't help it. You told me to go to my room. Ooh, I had the hiccups. Damn. I couldn't help it. You told me to go to my room. Well, what the actual fuck? You thought the room that you pointed to was mine? You're idiots. That was Ninma's. As he even pointed that out to you, you saw my living conditions. You know my nice thin bed sheet, old mattress, squeaky old door, squeaky old door. Floorboards creaked as the curtain that was so old they broke. Let me guess, it took you a month to realize that I even stopped living there. I only told Naruto as I was moving out. She was the only one who didn't want me to leave. At least she cared about me. I guess she's still going. At least she cared to talk with me about it. Honestly, she was okay with it. Naruto's eye looked at Naruto's with a gleam. His eyes faded as he looked back at his parents. How much more? God damn, this long ass chapter, right? As you crazy. Kushina and Minato just kept hearing Naruto's crappy lives as they thought he was living a lazy, peaceful life, a life of solitude. They were dead wrong, so horribly wrong they couldn't even describe it. I'm living in the Uchiha compound now. I got a new family who actually cares about me. Naruto is always welcome. However, I will never speak to you guys again. If I ever do, I will only address you as titles, nothing more. Naruto kept his disgust on his face. But Naruto, you're my baby. You can't leave home yet. You're still my baby. You're my Naruto. You're my Naruto. Kushina kept that she was weeping. If you wish to weep, make a grave in the Uzumaki clan in Namikaze. The Uzumaki clan in Namikaze graveyard that says Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. That person died a long time ago. You guys are dead to me. You two are nothing more than a Hokage and Hokage's wife with 2 children. The 3rd child died of unknown circumstances. I have only bro, I've been going for too long, bro. I might stop it right now. 20s. I want to stop it so bad. But I'm finna finish this chapter no matter what. The 3rd child died of unknown circumstances. I only have my new family with the Uchiha called. I only have a new family with the Uchiha that I actually call family. And my last remaining family member, who I would recognize as my old sister, Naruto. Naruto kept staring at them, making them feel worse. Itachi intervened. Lord, 4th Lady Uzumaki, you drove your son Naruto into depression. He almost killed himself. What? Killed himself the day. Watch that said dad. The day of their birthday. He jumped off the Hokage's mountain. Off your face, Lord 4th. He wanted to end his life as he thought he had no more use into the world. No one to love him, especially Naruto. I mean, except Naruto. Tucci. Damn, I always get that wrong. Tucci. And Ayame's were his words, I guess. Minato and Kushina were still speechless as they had no idea what to do or say. They felt horrible. They felt that the entire world just took a giant ass shit on them. The world flipped upside down, and I'm almost an innocent. Naruto, shut up. I don't want to listen to your whining. You did this to me. You pushed me away. You made me who I am. So quit your whining and grow up. In this world, there is only pain, hate, love, war, and family. We humans get so little, yet we take it for granted. What was easily given to us can be returned. You may only have lived your life through love and hate and war. You may only have lived your life through love, hate, and war. You've never gone through the loss of a child, so I suggest you put your big boy pants on and big girl pants on because you lost one at the age of 6. God damn, but Naruto walked out with Fugaku and Mikato and Naruto, Itachi, and Sasuke. Before they left, they bowed at Hiruzen as he gave them a small bow back Before they left, Naruto started walking into doors that everyone else walked out. He turned his head, showing his left eye glowing with crimson, red with slits down the middle. His day 4th, I am no longer your son. I am Naruto Uchiha. Naruto turned his head as he walked away. Tsunade and Jiraiya was horrified and stunned. The life that they couldn't so easily change. The life that they had couldn't. What? The The life they had couldn't have been changed. Couldn't have been so easily changed, only if it were to include Naruto. The things that would have been different if Kushina and Minato had trained all their kids together at once. This led to them not focusing on the prophecy. How could this happen? I thought the child of prophecy was supposed to be Naruto and Ninma. They had more tails than Naruto. They received more training. I don't understand Minato. Shout it. Ho ass nigga. Jiraiya thought more and more about the prophecy. The father told him, a child with great strength shall rise above the shinobi. A child will go to surpass their siblings in strength, master the Kyuubi's power, and awaken the locked away powers from his ancestors. It's clearly said his, so why would they train Naruto when it clearly says that it was his? Shouldn't they have just trained Naruto and Ninma? I mean, I guess they're not as smart as I give them credit for. This being will bring peace to the shinobi world. Depending on how this individual was brought up, he will either walk the path of dark or light. What is what the frog said about prophecy? Prophecy, my ass. Ooh, I want that fucking. God, bro, what is this paragraph after fucking paragraph? Alright, this is the last one. As the group walked towards the restaurant to celebrate Naruto's late birthday, it began to rain. Naruto's face looked up as rain droplets hit his face. The rain rained down his face, caressing his whiskers. He felt so cooler and a bit calmer. But he couldn't help but still have the sting pain in his heart. The pain increased as his pain ran through his heart into his eyes. The Sharingan. Naruto and Sasuke realized Naruto realized that Naruto wasn't with them right away. When they both turned around, as they could see a lightning bolt right across the sky. It struck behind Naruto's missing him. What? It struck behind Naruto missing him. Naruto felt a massive energy as he was a good distance away. Not to be harmed, the light illumined from him as his face and both saw Naruto's eyes in different patterns as his eyes were spinning wildly. Alright, that was Naruto. The Forgotten Fox Chapter 2. Like and subscribe. I hope you liked this video.